What's up? It's Richie here with Statifying Football. These are the primetime games for Week 11 of the college football season. Starting with NC State, Wake Forest, big time ACC game. Wake Forest was upset last week, or could have been an even bigger national game. NC State beat Florida State 28-14. Devin Leary, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tanner Ingle had 13 tackles. Wake Forest lost an awesome game against North Carolina. It was so much fun to watch. They lost 58-55. Sam Hartman's 398 passing yards, 5 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, ran for 78 yards and 2 more rushing touchdowns. So he had 7 total touchdowns. A.T. Perry, 6 catches, 129 and 2 touchdowns. Jaquari Roberson, 7 catches, 111 and 2 touchdowns. They had 615 total yards, but 11 penalties hurt them in that close loss. Ryan Smenda had 10 tackles in that game. This is probably going to go back and forth. Both offenses have been pretty good, but NC State's offense has not been nearly as good as Wake Forest. If you guys haven't seen Wake Forest this year, watch this game. This is going to go back and forth. The over-under is 66.5. It might be about that. I'm going to go Wake Forest, though, bouncing back. They seem like a different team this year. Their schedule is backloaded. They lost to a high-powered offense in North Carolina. While NC State has a good offense, it's not quite what North Carolina is. So I got Wake Forest winning that one. All right, Notre Dame and Virginia, potentially another high-scoring game if Brennan Armstrong is back from injury. The quarterback for Virginia, I'm seeing now if he's going to play, because he got hurt in an awesome game a couple weeks ago against BYU. Game time decision for that game. So if he plays, this is going to be a fun game. If he plays, I'm putting Notre Dame on upset alert. Hell, I'm going to pick Virginia to win. If he doesn't, Notre Dame will win. So I'm going to leave it at that. Notre Dame beat Navy 34-6. Jack Cohn, 269 and a touchdown. Kevin Austin, 6 catches, 139 and a touchdown. Defensively, only allowed 184 total yards to Navy. Kurt Hennish, 10 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss. This is what Virginia did 2 weeks ago, coming off a bye. They lost to BYU, but it was 66-49. It was 42-38 halftime. Brennan Armstrong, 337, 4 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, ran for 94 yards, and 2 more rushing touchdowns. Dontavian Wicks, 4 catches, 125 and a touchdown. They had 588 total yards, a turnover 3 times in that game. Nick Chaston, 16 tackles, and he passed defense. Like I said, if Armstrong plays, Virginia wins. If he doesn't, they lose. That's how it goes. Arkansas and LSU. Arkansas had a really nice win against Mississippi State, 31-28. KJ Jefferson, 191 and a touchdown. Dominic Johnson, 107, 2 touchdowns. Bumper Pool had 10 tackles. LSU lost a close game against Alabama, 20-14. Max Johnson, 160, 2 touchdowns, interception. Tyron Davis Price, 104 rushing and had 4 sacks defensively. This will go back and forth. I'm kind of leaning to Arkansas there. Mississippi State was still able to pass it all over. They passed for like 417 yards and 4 touchdowns at Arkansas. LSU can do that and have a better running game, so I'm going to go LSU there, but that'll be a pretty high-scoring game. All right, Kansas and Texas. Kansas got destroyed by Kansas State 35-10. Jalen Daniels, 105 and a touchdown. Texas got destroyed by Iowa State 30-7. Hudson Card had to come in because the starter, Casey Thompson, sucked. He was 2 of 6 for 2 yards, so... Card, though, he was fine at 101, a touchdown. Brendan Schooler had 12 tackles. I think Texas is one that bounces back and destroys Kansas. TCU and Oklahoma State. Interesting game here. Oklahoma State is ranked. They beat West Virginia 24-3. Spencer Sanders passed for 182, 2 touchdowns. It was their defense that's been winning their games this year. 8 sacks in that game. Only allowed 133 total yards. TCU, after firing Gary Patterson, who was their head coach for 21-plus seasons since the year 2000, under Jerry Kill, now a former Minnesota coach. That first game with him in there, they upset Baylor 30-28. Chandler Morris, 461 passing yards, 2 touchdown passes, and ran for 70 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Johnson, 5 catches, 142 and a touchdown. They put up 562 yards of offense. This will be a really interesting game. Oklahoma State's favored by 13. It's partially because Oklahoma State's defense has been good, but their offense has not been the Oklahoma State offense. TCU, they're still a tough team. I'm going to put Oklahoma State on an upset alert. I can't pull this upset. This will be a really fun one to watch. I would keep at least tabs on the score in this one. I'll go Oklahoma State wins in the end, though. All right, Colorado and UCLA. Colorado had a nice double overtime win against Oregon State. 37-34, Brendan Lewis, 170, passing, 3 touchdowns plus 1 rushing. Jarek Broussard ran for 151. UCLA coming off a bye. They got trounced by Utah 44-24. Dorian Thompson-Robinson wasn't able to play that one. Ethan Garbers came in. He was solid, 265, 2 touchdowns, ran for 36. If Robinson can play, UCLA wins. Even if he doesn't, I think UCLA might. Colorado looked good against Oregon State. They actually showed some offense, which they have not all season long. But I'm going to still say UCLA, they need one win to get bowl eligible. I think they should be able to get it there. All right, Washington State and Oregon. Washington State coming off of a bye. They beat Arizona State 34-21. Jaden Delora, 234, 2 touchdowns a pick plus 1 rushing. Calvin Jackson, 8 catches, 139 and a touchdown. Defensively, he forced 5 turnovers. Jahad Woods with 11 tackles. Oregon just got by Washington 26-16. Anthony Brown, not very good passing, 98 passing yards, a touchdown, a pick, and ran for 63 yards and a touchdown. Travis Dyer ran for 211 and a touchdown. Defensively, only allowed 166 total yards and a safety. Noah also had 10 tackles and 2 passes defense. Washington State is a tough team. Their offense is good. Oregon's offense, they haven't been the Oregon offense, but their defense has been really good. Oregon's favored by 14. I'm not sure if they'll even win, to be honest. I think this, because it's in Autzen Stadium, it's a night game. Because of there, I think Oregon escapes with the victory, but I do mean escape. I think this will come down to maybe Washington State misses a field goal that would win or tie it or something like that, but I think Oregon just gets out with the victory. All right, big game in the Mountain West. Nevada 72 against ranked San Diego State. Nevada just got a win against San Jose State 27-24 in a last-second field goal. Carson Strong, not his best game. He passed for 314, a touchdown, but he did throw 2 interceptions. It's their defense that won. They forced 3 turnovers, had a fumble return for a touchdown, and an interception return for a touchdown. And Tyson Williams had 13 tackles. San Diego State was just able to hold off Hawaii 17-10. Not much offensively. Defensively, they had 4 sacks in that win. I'm going to go Nevada here. San Diego State has one of the top 10 defenses in the country, but their offense is pretty much last in the nation. Nevada's got a decent defense, and their offense is one of the top ones in the country. I think that's the difference here. I think Nevada will be able to just score enough, even if it's just 20 points. Like this last game against Hawaii, San Diego State was only able to put up 17, and that was with a fake field goal. Fake field goal, their kicker actually scored a touchdown. So I'm not sure if San Diego State can hold Nevada all game, hold them down all game. But like I said, close game, 20-17 kind of win for Nevada. And the final game of the night, Utah State, San Jose State. San Jose State's 5-5, trying to get to a bowl game. Utah State beat New Mexico State 35-13. Logan Bonner, 359, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Devin Thompson, 9 catches, 215 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, they had 7 sacks in that game. San Jose State was held their own, almost beat Nevada, lost 27-24. Nick Starkel, 255, 3 touchdowns. Tyler Evans, 116 rushing. Jermaine Braddock, 7 catches, 140 yards. 3 turnovers, though they can't do that against Utah State. Colin Harmon, 14 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss. This would be a close game. San Jose State, they're not special this year on either side, really, but they're able to hold their own, keep it close. Utah State, though, really good offense. Blake Anderson going there, took that Arkansas State offense with him, with Logan Bonner. Him and Devin Tompkins, you haven't seen him. He's been lighting it up. I think Utah State will win that game. So those are my picks for the primetime games. Check out my other videos later. Peace.